Hello, hello, and welcome to what has been a long time since we've heard this music. It feels like it's been a few months, 5 months or so. These are the weapon uses I finished the game with, by the way. Just if you're interested. Hiya Lugia, hiya Iron, hiya Unreal, hiya Rote, hiya Crone. It is good to see you all. I hope you're all doing good today. So that's where we finished. Dual Blades, obviously. The highest one. It's all done. It's all done. I apparently never finished upgrading this weapon. Fair enough. Can't blame myself for that one. Technically that's still better at the moment, until this is actually upgraded. How weird is it that blue sharpness is like, hell yeah, these weapons are good, huh? Oh. How the hell do I play this? It's been so long. Pulp phone, you can now make sharpness +1 razor sharp set. Presumably, yeah. If you don't need any decorations for it. Sorry, necklace stuff. I probably could. I won't, but I probably could. Online Gathering Hall. I think I didn't go into the Online Gathering Hall. Because I did it wrong. And it's been a while. Look at that. Quest is all complete. Clear. Yeah. That's good stuff. Oh. Just trying to figure out. Let me figure my way around this game for a moment. Okay, I do have the... I'm trying to confirm with the wrong button. It's what's happening, I think. Because I was playing... No, it is circle. Fucking shit's wild, dude. Are we cleaning the bird's cage in the bathroom? Bird sitting on your PC very confused because his home is gone. It's like, my house? Where's my house gone? Poor Bab. Oh, don't talk to me. Man, I did not have a lot in this game, huh? I made some decent stuff. So I've got those. Herbs, I've got a good chunk. I got a good chunk of mushrooms. Okay, cool. Hello, Human Harvest. Good morning. Attack, sharpness, and tenderizer. It's silver lost armor in every single game. Fuck that. Fuck that. I'll just stick with my other set I've got. Right. Online. I think 18 was empty. Twas. Good. There we go. Let's do this. Portable fur? Yep. It was in the vote, since it was something we played. People vote for us, so here it is. I don't know if we'll necessarily have anyone to join us for multiplayer, so I might just be doing 4 hours of hub quests by myself, but, you know, that's fine as well. I'm cool with that. We got to start with Green Naga. Same as we did yesterday with, Same as we did yesterday with Portable Third. With, Free You, sorry. We gotta start with Green Naga. Them's the rules. Right, so I'm not bringing honey, but I am bringing combinable potions. Cool. That seems reasonable to me. Can I bring paintballs, please? Because I don't trust myself for shit. I pressed the wrong buttons for so long. Storm, you can lost. Storm is, Storm is Amatsu, right? Fuck fighting that thing. Doesn't matter how good its armor is. Oh, I forgot to switch weapons. Whoops. I should do that. For some reason, I just assumed I had fire weapons equipped. It's not how that works. I'm playing dual blades. I got fire weapons on, right? That's how that works. We could not save that one. That's fine. Good start. 12 hours left to go. You can loss isn't too bad to fight, but I can't imagine that's worth it if you have to fight. Amatsu. Just not fun. Just about to join. You put, should I join? Not, I'm going to join. Nine minutes, yep. Less than 10 minutes for me to do something dumb. Not surprising, really. To be honest. I hate how slow this is to do in this game, by the way. Every single time. I have 3 life powder. If we're playing online, I should probably get a little bit more life powder. Just for not being a massive hindrance. Since I barely play this game, I might actually be able to help with some life powder. Whoops. Put that back. Okay, so 1 over the slot limit, and we're good. Okie doke, I will attempt to remember that. 1 over the slots. And we are good. There's so many Charge Blade requests in this queue, man. There's so many Charge Blade requests. Did I go on a different quest? Why are we in the Flooded Forest? Did I post a normal Naga, not a green Naga? I am confused. I think he spawns in Area 7, actually, not in here. Yeah, he does. This is the first time doing multi, which is interesting. For Portable Third ever. Hey Falco, welcome. Good to have ya. I like that the quote 9 didn't work because of the the emote after it. So it just quote zeroed. Good old Nightbot. Not knowing how to deal with emotes. Ah, terrible. Your Archdemon really ticks down fast in this game, huh? Look how quick my Archdemon's ticking down. That's wild. The game that introduced it, you would have thought it'd be like barbarically OP rather than the other way around. Maybe I do tons more damage. Something, because that lasts barely any time at all. It doesn't eat a lot of my stamina to be in demon mode, to be fair though, so maybe that's why. Demon mode is barely taking stam. It's probably because of that. Probably. Yeah, portable third, GU, and 4U today. Is the little trio we've got here. Ending the 12-hour little weekend. Ending the 1,000 follower celebration. With the first game I played on stream, it seems appropriate, to be fair. To end with 4U. Very, very on brand. Definitely have to fight Shaggy. And Gog. We'll have to do those two at least. GU's basically just going to be GU, which is kill the deviants. At this point, it's essentially all I have left to do. Just deviants over and over and over again. Possible third here. If we have people to join, that's great. If not, that's fine. We'll just do some bits and bobs. Even though I don't really need it, like it's useless in the sense that I'm not going to play this save file probably. Other than on events like this, right? It would be nice to finish those dual blades. The Silverlost Goldian dual blades, just because they're good. Be nice to get them complete. Do I have Capture Guru? I do. He's nearly dead. I just saw my minimap flashing like really heavily. I was like, wait, do I just randomly have that set it in? I do. For some reason I have Capture Guru. Whoops. Evasion +2 doesn't help you if you don't press the evade button, as it turns out. Weird that. Yeah, we got him. Nice and easy. Good evening, Bad Hands. Welcome. Multiple Third does have a nice end theme, though. Still think I prefer free use, but since we played it yesterday, we were talking about it in free yesterday, right? It does have a nice end theme. Nice 12-hour stream? Yeah, and we just begun as well. We literally only just began. A lot of hunting. We've got a lot of hunting to do. Wonder how much damage we did to him. We broke his neck. So he's not having a good time, but Pretty solid. Whew. Unrecommended. Gave you a follow. It's the first time I've seen you on. Fair enough. It's very nice of them. Yeah, it depends what time zones you're on, I suppose. Since I stream, what would for me be like European daytimey? Depending on where you're at, I might not necessarily be on when you're around, right? It's 2 a.m. That's rough. So yeah, no, it'd be later on. It would make more sense. You're in American time zones then. At that point. You can always have that weird thing where you start watching a stream, go to sleep, and then wake up and the stream's still going. 9 hours into moderating a 14-hour stream. Woof. That's rough. Hopefully enjoyable, but ow, nonetheless. If you want to post a quest route, go ahead. Is there anything you want to do? Go ahead. Do it once a month, it's good fun. Nice. Good. Good. I imagine very tiring, though. Very tiring. $14 hours, huh? I could barely do 12. Our built-in sustainability. Right, that's good. Because I can imagine it becomes very difficult to keep the flow going for that long. It's very difficult to keep the flow going for, for us. Sometimes even 6-hour streams, depending on what you're doing. So, 12-hour here, it helps switching games a lot for me, but 14 is a nightmare. That's when we brute forced it, was tough, yeah. Brute forcing it's hell of a choice. That you can lost? Jade Baroff, huh? Right, let's grab hot drinks. And cleansers, probably. And go. Product event experience, yeah. Oh, I understand that. We got a newie. I don't know where people appear in this hub. They do appear down here. Full silver loss. Whatever the hell that longsword is. I don't know, but the sheath looks sick. What is that thing? That looks cool as hell. An event longsword. Looks good. Do I play a lot of Monster Hunter? I do. I have played Monster Hunter on the weekend. At least on the stream every day for the last year and a bit. My personal favourite is For You, though. That's my favourite game. Followed quite closely by World. Briefly played Terraria recently? Yep. Yeah, Terraria is/was on Tuesdays and Wednesdays for a while. But Darkest Dungeon 2 is coming out soon, and I'm going to be playing that instead, because I want to. So, I'll be doing that instead. Yeah, I normally play Monster Hunter on the weekends, and other stuff during the week. basically. Oh god, the lag. The lag is real. Oh. Do you have your own personal favorite, Bad Hands? If you play Monster Hunter as well? Presumably you do. For you the goat. It is a good one. You love DD1, Brutal difficulty means you never finished it. You tried DD2, didn't grab you the same way. Yeah. I haven't played a single thing of DD2 yet because it's not out right, like officially, it's only in early access. But it officially releases on May 8th. Yeah, the connection is not good right now. Yep, that's not surprising. I think they might have made that decision to save themselves from the pain, to be honest. Because that was horrible. You don't play it, but you've watched more than a handful of hours on Twitch? Ah, okay, fair enough. It's a little bit harder to visualize potentially which game you like most there, right? I did finish Darkest Dungeon 1. I have done that. I've done it twice. I finished on normal, and then I finished on... Is it called Stygian as well? Not Blood Moon, but Stygian. So without the Crimson Court on the hardest difficulty. Harrowing. Harrowing win. But it was really fun. This guy's tail is very annoying. Yes! No, that hit his foot. At least he fell over. I hope Darkest Dungeon 2 is a good one. And I hope I manage to somehow not get spoiled too much when I'm playing it, because I know the early access has been out for so long, so I imagine there's going to be a lot of people going around on release day into streams and being like, oh, this is a thing. Because the internet. I think you've watched World the most? World is just a gorgeous game to look at as well, right? It is such a good looking game. Can understand why you've watched that one a lot. It's got a good roster as well. Really good roster. Like when the silly chef makes the food. Fair enough. Break the other leg? Nope, I hit the hands, I think. Very nice. I already carved it. We are destroying stuff here. Fall over? No? There we go. Nice hits. Still going though, huh? Hey Chisel, welcome. welcome. More serious note, the thing you like about Monster Hunter is you haven't seen done so well in other games is the whole weapon changes your entire style of combat. Yes. Yeah, and in a way that's not like a weird way of doing it, right? It's not like your weapon changes the whole style of combat, but it's only because lances are the only things that deal damage to this enemy, right? It's the same enemy every time, and just every weapon plays so differently. There's no weird forced weapon change mechanic, which some games have. It's so good. I just killed him with a blunt attack. Okay. Probably a pickle, if I had to guess. Well, I don't have ammo. Should we return then? Maybe supply drops? Cool. I'll try to find whatever the monster is. Hey, Waffle. Welcome. Good to have ya. 1K followers? Yeah, Testro. Good stuff, right? Wait for Raw? Does it not appear on the map until it roars? I don't know how this mechanic works. I just know that it spawns other creatures in. Yep. Oh, okay. I'm gonna go chill in the middle area then. Okay, maybe I'm done. What the fuck was that? Tiggy? It's up to you. You're the gunner who doesn't have ammo. You could use normal one. Why did you bring such little ammo? Welcome, Testro. Good to have you. Always get to know where you play other RPGs in Monster Hunter, you're forced to decide for one class. Yeah. I like it sometimes. Sometimes it's nice to just be like, I play this and nothing else. Really depends what you're in the mood for, though, right? Was enough for the main monster? Well, it wasn't actually, because Rote was meleeing at the end. Chisel. He was smacking it with the side of his gun. Well, it's portable third and it's multiplayer, Chisel. Do you want to pop in before we go on another quest? It's tactics, not desperation. I got one more greatsword here, actually. That's a shame, because I really like doing that. I like that that mechanic exists. Oh no! Oh. That sucks. That's a horrible way to find out you don't have it backed up. To look and then just it not be there. I've posted this, but I don't think... Can I walk in here if I've got a quest posted? I can, cool. I should really back up all of my stuff. Before I lose them and freak out. Ow. Right, antidotes, flash bombs. I don't think I need anything else, right? Running low on the old resources here, I see. In terms of bomb casing. Every time you see Purple Third, you gotta say it looks amazing in HD version. This isn't the HD version, I don't think. Or is that what you mean? When you look at the normal one, you're like, man, the HD one looks good. It is? I think it's just PPSSPP's upscaling. When I load the game, it doesn't say HD version, it just says Portable Third. Because it has the little extra bit on the bottom, right? On the front cover. Potentially. The free version be HD. Maybe it just runs like that by default. Hello? It's an interesting set. I like that. Lots of strange skills I wouldn't necessarily expect together. It's cool. Yeah, unless just whenever you play this, it's automatically HD. On when you put the English patch on. Because I've never put it on. ROM's patched with portable for PS3 textures. Ah, okay. Cool. That's kind of a shame. I wanted to see the way it looked. Start, but the other person. I want to see if they come back. They might have been changing sets. Did they say they were leaving? No. Just going to give them a little bit of time to see if they're going to change sets. But they might not come back, at which point we will start. I don't know how long it takes to change sets in this game, but that seems like it would be enough time to me. I think this game has registerable sets, so should be doable. I'm a little bit upset now that I didn't get to play it with like actual PSP visuals. Because I kind of wanted to see it. That's why I got Freedom Unite the way it is, right? I left Freedom Unite the way it looks. Man, you look weird. Top. Great sword isn't that long. Basically looks the same if you just upscale it. Oh, really? That's a shame. Because I know with the Freedom Unite HD texture mod, it looks really different, right? When you put the custom textures on, it really changes the way a lot of the locale and terrain looks and stuff. So I thought that might be the same. But if it is just upscaled, then PPSSPP does that by default anyway, so there's nothing I can do about that. It just upscales as part of existing, so. Which is so cool, by the way. Completely two textures, but it was just upscaled. Then, other than running it at really bad quality, I wouldn't be able to do anything about that. And I don't want to run it at really bad quality. Kind of a shame. Oh well. It does make sense why this game looks as good as it does then. If I'm essentially running the PS3 version the whole time. I'm gonna pop one of those there just to keep myself safe. Tell you what, hunting and multi, you use a lot less of your healing though, huh? I got too used to doing this game solo and absolutely obliterating all of my healing. That's why I got no damn honey in my box. Less than 100. Ow. There we go. Less than 100, you're essentially broke. Yeah, I am. I've got less than 100 Mega Potions in my box as well, Chisel. And less than 100 honey. It's not a nice place to be. At all. I don't like it. Living on the edge, uh-huh. That's the thing though, right? When you're trying to complete every quest in the game fully solo, you burn through that stuff. Especially when the quests take like 40 minutes. You can't not get hit and use all your healing during that time. Not unless you're playing above the realm of logic. I do quite like this map. Whatever the hell it's called. Misty Peaks? I never remember. Hope some blessed dude makes Portable for G happen. What would they even do for it though? That's the thing, right? Oh, he didn't go this way? That's weird. Like, just exactly the same, but with a G rank? But you gotta add more monsters to a G rank as well, right? And this game already has all the subspecies. Try and free you. There isn't anything to import, is there? It already has them all. It just doesn't have the underwater stuff. Hey, cool bro, welcome. Hey, Zany, welcome to the both of yous. Don't need honey if you don't get hit. Clearly, you've never seen me play Monster Hunter. And actually, if you use drugs, you still need honey even if you don't get hit. If you use demon drugs, Omega demon drugs. That is a really nice roster for a non-G game, yeah. It does. Because it has all of the subspecies as well. And it's got Tiggy, which isn't in 3U, right? A Cantor and Yukanlos are both in. It's got a big one. It's pretty good. It really, really is just let down by the fact it doesn't have G rank, though. Like you say. Kind of the weird thing about it, though, because it has all of the subspecies already. Outside of adding a whole bunch of, like, new monsters, you can't really put anything in G. Best selling old gen monster game. Kind of surprising they didn't add a G rank. I mean, they're made for a U, right? I think it's not necessarily like they didn't bother adding a G rank. I think it's because there was issues with Sony as well, right? Like, the relationship with Sony kind of fell apart around that time, if I'm not mistaken. So, not necessarily great. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that happened behind the scenes that we don't know about. And we'll never know about. Savage Joe, Lucent Naga, Ruster, Ambros. I mean, 3 monsters though, right? For a G rank? You need more than that. I think it's safe to just say 3rd gen is wild. It's not even just the development, Komuro. Third gen's just fucking wacky, right? Usual suspects T-Root, Akanto, Yukanlos. I mean, we've already got all those. Tiggy, Brute, Akanto, Yukanlos already in here, right? Go defend, play some gen grinding. Have fun, right? enjoy. Thank you for joining. Made the hunts easier for this half an hour or whatever it was. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Right, Crone's one is dual blades. So many requests for fucking charge blade. There's like only requests for charge blade. There we go. I don't know what I want to fight. I did, yes. June Pink? Yeah, that's true. All requests from one person or multiple? It's all over the place. Just the word brutes, comrade? What? Brute Tiggy? That's not a weapon. Have your points back. I kind of want to do a Cantor you can loss, I think. Good morning, Weiss. Welcome. I don't know what they're weak to, though. Cantor? What's a Cantor weak to? Is it water? It's Agonactor. Does a Cantor not have armor? I don't care about the skills, Ro. I want to see what it's weak to. Not everything's about skills, man. Christ's sake. Oh, I don't have a dragon weapon, so thunder it is. Cool. Can't remember if he can stand on you in this game or not, but hey. Scroll bar sponge them? Yeah, I probably did. I did every quest in the game, right? So there's no way I didn't do it. Alatreon doesn't have dual blades. Hey, Garu. Thank you very much for the raid. Let me give you a little, shout out there. Oh, that's the wrong command. Thank you very much, Gary. What were you up to and how was your stream? Welcome, everyone. I am on the last day of my free 12-hour follower, 1,000 follower streams here. Just currently doing a bit of Portable Third for another 3 hours or so. Then we're playing some GU, then some 4U. Imagine how they look. We don't need to imagine. World tells us how they look. Because they made them for World. It's having a retro night. Got a SNES Mini, so you played that all night. That's cool as hell. Nice. I'm down for that, Chisel. I just want to play multiplayer. Like, it's kind of the reason we're doing the follower streams, right? The 1,000 follower stream was just to play a whole bunch of multi with people. So, even if it is low rank, so whatever. 15k you redeem, could it be a goal spanned across multiple quests? It depends, I would say. Probably. For you, multi. Yep. You do have to wait another 7 hours, Weiss, but we'll get there. I'm pretty sure I've still got some low rank gear cracking around somewhere. That's really cool though. Retro night? I like that. Cool idea. Hey, Draw. Welcome. Congrats on the 1K. Thank you very much. Took a little bit of time, but we got there. We did it. Now we're just celebrating. Okay. The last day. The last day. You're gonna head off to bed? Do so, Gary. Thank you very much once again for the raid. I appreciate it. Rest well. Have a good night. Have a great stream? I will. Thank you. If it's for portable third combo, just bear in mind I might be playing with Chisel in a moment here, so... I don't know the wording on the redeem, so... Hello, N10. Thank you for that. Thank you. Great. Quest or a goal which can be reasonably done when I'm in the game. Attempt the request once per stream for the next 3 to 5. If failed, after these attempts can be done. Yeah, that seems reasonable that you could, it'd be a goal, right? Basically. Wyvern Bonanza, but with 4-legged flying wyverns for Freedom Unite plus Brute Tiggy. As if you were playing Freedom Unite. Cobro, can I change your request slightly? Why don't you put that in the icebox to be a full-ass run for Portable Third? Instead of... Instead of that, right? Because there's no way I can do that today. If we're playing with Chisel in just a moment. Since if we're playing with Chisel, we're going to be in low rank. Did the points back? Yeah. You can loss Tiggy, Brute Tiggy. Yeah, I hope we're going to see them as well. We probably won't see you can loss. Tiggy and Brute we might see. Thank you. Great. Someone G-Rank joins, you don't mind helping out? I'll be surprised if we have someone with G-Rank joining, but maybe. High rank, yeah. For as much excitement as there was for Portable Third when we played it first time round, I think it was basically just you that wanted to do multiplayer, Chisel. Maybe General Intelligence, but General Intelligence doesn't have a working computer at the moment, so... If they were here, they wouldn't be able to join, unfortunately. Depending on how quickly we get Chisel through low rank, though, we will definitely see normal Tiggy. And the fun thing about that run, if you put it in the Icebox Comro, is because it specifies you can loss and a Cantor, right? You essentially have to get all the way to the end of the game. I should really add the runs that were put in there to my sheet, by the way, because I haven't done it yet. I feel kind of bad about that. I keep being lazy and not doing it. It's already a full game playthrough, might as well leave it open-ended. Well, it's not quite a full game playthrough, is it? Because you have to, for a Cantor and you can loss to unlock them, you need to do... What is it? 100 or something? Wyverns? You wouldn't have to do Amatsu, you wouldn't have to do Goldie and Silverloss, I don't think, potentially. I don't know if you need to do those two. You don't need to do Alatreon either. Or single Monster Hunter quests? Yeah, does Amatsu count for that? It is a single monster, right? Alatreon's the only one that requires that you've done everything else, so... But you wouldn't need to do a lot of the multi-hunt quests as well, right? So, that would save a lot of time. I don't have any stamina increasing stuff? Shit. Silver and gold or 100 wyverns? Yeah. That's where I was getting slightly confused. Assume we have multiplayer going. Even if it's just Chisel. Who's joining us. We will... definitely do that, right? If you even have one person to play multiplayer with, it's enough. To get 100 Wyvern hunts done. I mean, I did it before I even got there, but I was doing every single quest. And all of the villages as well. What are the four-legged flying wyverns that are in Freedom Unite? Is it just... Cancel, you can lost Tiggy and Nagakuga? Is that it? That is it, cool. Football Fired has a lot. Subspecies added, Giganox Barrioth, yeah. True. Pseudo wyverns we got. I imagine it's hard to make more pseudo wyverns, to be fair. I feel like the ones we've got are so iconic, right? All three of them. Three? There's only three. They're so iconic. It's got to be hard to live up to those guys, right? There are four? Who's the fourth one? Is Giganox a pseudo-Wyvern? Giganox is a pseudo-Wyvern? Oh. He doesn't count. Everyone forgets about Giganox? I didn't know he was a pseudo-Wyvern. I just thought he was a flying Wyvern. I don't know what makes a pseudo-Wyvern. Because it's not an actual classification, is it? As far as I'm aware. Basically the non-flying Wyverns. I mean, that would include a Cantor and Eucandlos as well at that point, and it doesn't, so... That's why I always just thought it was the three. Find a trusty download. Good luck with that. I've never heard that referred to Giganox, to be fair. It's only ever been Narkuga and Tigrex. I've very rarely heard anyone even say about Barioth. Barioth flies a lot? Yeah, he does. So long, Chisel. How will I wait such a long time? Giganox silence the death past the first gen? Even when it was only like third gen around though, right? I never heard anyone talk about it then. When we were in the era of third gen. But it was fewer and farther between discussion at that point, I suppose. I wonder if Giganox is sentenced to die at this point. And we'll never have him back. I hope not. Don't mind a Giganox being forgotten. I would rather fight Giganox than Kazu, though. Considering they're so insistent on bringing Kazu back all the time, I would rather have Giganox than Kazu. Rather have Kazu or a new monster. Do you just not like third gen, Chisel? Wouldn't even mind both? Yeah. I mean, both would be really cool just to see the interaction between them, right? Eel Kazuri. I would love to see a turf war between the two. Hey Summers, welcome. Good to see you. Creepy cave wyverning each other. Glorified Kazu's glorified punch bag. The thing I like about Giganox more than Kazu is purely just that because they both have the same annoying AoE attack where you kind of just have to stand there and watch them. I feel like it's easier to hit Giganox when he's doing his attack. Okay, fair enough, Chisel. It's just... don't like the underwater combat. Don't like Giganox. Just flip the fucking table. Fuck Fangen. I also like that Giganox actually has a subspecies, whereas Kazu just has the same but red. It's GU Blue Kazu. At the 3rd gen laggy, yeah. Everything's fine. True. Yeah, no more long Kazu, please. So different. So wild amount of difference there. Organizing the cable draw because it pissed you off. Ah. Simple, don't have a cable drawer. Just put your cables all over the place and then forget where you put them. And then find them years later when you don't need them anymore. You brought 3 replacements, yeah, exactly. He's farming for you recently, him jumping on the ceiling after 2 attacks of yours over and over again, break your patience, yeah. I thankfully have kind good luck with that and he doesn't do it to me too much. Oh shit, am I okay? Debatable. I am. Hey Nightball, welcome. Glad to see you doing a long one. Yeah. It's gonna be good. Gonna be good. I am very much looking forward to playing for you later. It's been a long time. And man, I love that fucking game. Yeah, welcome Eugene. Good to see you. Oh shit. I just don't have the stamina anymore. Few months since I played for you last, and I'm excited. Still need to decide if I'm going to play Try when it comes out, by the way. When's the 4U slot? It's the last one. So, 8 hours through 12 hours. Might get some art goodness in the meantime. I mean, you do have 7 more hours, yeah? Yeah, your laptop, because it's the only thing in the house that has an SD card reader slot. The charger was stuck, so you got pissed. Ah, okay, fair enough. That's a bummer. Just 7 hours? It's plenty of time to play Arkin. Unless you have something else to do as well. It's nothing in Arkin time. That keeps hitting me. Might be dead. I somehow lived. Gonna pop one of these. Oh, it doesn't heal my cats in this game when they're under the ground. Damn it. I think it doesn't for you. Or one of the games, one of the newer, more newer ones. Oops. And Sundays are wild. Why does the top screen go dark when the chief's son is talking? You can't read? What? Oh, really? I've never paid attention to that. This fucking quest. Kicking my butt. That's got me. Don't remember that? No, neither do I. I've been crabs for a good long while. Why is that? Almost worried that you have a bad copy. What is a randomizer in that regard, Lugia? World randomizer? What does that entail? Saw Bagel do it? How? It switches the story monsters up? That sounds interesting. Tickets, push your farmer stuff for maxes to get ready for Matsu. Oh, okay, fair enough. That sounds really fun, honestly. Does it allow you to build stuff in, like, the wrong order as well? I mean, probably a randomizer only exists for World. Crone. Probably knows more, yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. Jizzle. Good lord. Bagel does them every once in a while. I will have to ask Bagel about that, because that sounds fun as hell. Good. That sounds really funny. G-rank only randomizer playthrough? That sounds miserable. Yeah, the only reason I can't do that, I'm not good enough for that. I'm just not skilled enough for that. The low rank monsters I'm probably alright with. Yes. Okay, thank you very much. Normal one, but because monsters and areas fuckery going on, the random I use then back only use the Iceborne area. Right. Arena. Interesting. Deviljho dealing pickle damage. Oh god, true. Oh god, if it can pull, I didn't even think about that. No, Deviljho's not in low rank. If it pulls monsters from the same rank, in theory, it wouldn't be able to do that, right? I have to look at this spooky. Yes. Yes. Oh, the wings. It's just a bar off with wings. Oh, that's the best thing I've ever seen. Little pookie tongue flapping out. Yeah, I saw that. The Barra model disappears. Oh, I love it. That's amazing. I love that so much. I have to play that at some point. That is the dumbest looking thing I've seen in a long time. Ooh. Nice. That gave me a good chuckle. Yes, that's absolutely happening at some point. There's no option. That's happening. Ugh. Oh. Every story quest and arena quest is the same health of the monsters and the same as the original, right? I wouldn't do it as a speedrun the way Bagel is, though. I would enjoy that to its entirety. Imagine I would... If this... Is it possible? I need to ask Bagel. If it randomized every quest in the game. That would be really interesting. Randomizes them at game start. Keeps them the same once it's randomizes them. But randomizes them at game start. Oh, I need to change equipment. I shouldn't have come in here. Chisel's gone. It's alright, I can build myself some low-level equipment because I don't know if I've got any. That would be really, really fun. Gore Urgent, slay 30 Vanara. Yeah, exactly. Stuff like that. I would love that. Honestly, that sounds like it could be one of the most fun experiences you'd have in Monster Hunter. You essentially get to play Monster Hunter again. Except all of the quests are in fucked up places. Imagine all the possibilities, yeah. Man, I wish I had money to pay people to be able to do stuff like that. I'll have to see how that randomizer works, because that might be doable. Potentially. Might be doable. What does this take? Ugh. Feel like? Yeah, that's doable. Swimming is awesome. Yeah! It's so cool, right? Right, I have appropriate stuff. Quest show their changed content, or is it a surprise? Ideally, in a perfect situation, at least in my opinion, it's a surprise until you go on the quest. Like, once you go on the quest and get in, you can check the quest info and it tells you what to do at that point. But I don't know if that would be doable. What quest are you two doing that's taken this long, by the way? It's surprising me. Jaggy? I'm just gonna make a whole bunch of like low-level weapons here. Basically, not overly low level, but relatively low level. That's good enough. For example. Whoops. What else is in here that we're gonna play? Gunlance and Hammer. At least for a little bit here, while Chisel's just finishing that quest stuff. There we go. least while you're farming, you can get some experience with longsword. That's true, yeah. That's the weapon you want to get your first Amatsu kill with. You don't want to deprive yourself of the struggle just by shooting it down. Do you know what? That's fair. Yeah, if you gun that thing, I imagine that fight's actually probably really easy. The mate is essentially useless. Oh, really? That's a bummer. Ah. Just gonna... So that I'm actually doing something. Just because it would be funny. There's torches in this game? Yeah, it's a leftover from Tri, Lugia. In Monster Hunter Tri, the dark areas in-game were actually dark. Like, you could barely see in them unless you popped your contrast up or whatever. And you'd use a torch to see. But they kind of kept the torches around but bumped the dark areas up in Free U. Probably because people complained. Because it was inconvenient to hunting. You want to play the village for a while until you jump into multiplayer. Makes sense. They had Iron Cave on the desert island caves in the tundra. They were dark as heck. Yeah, they really were. They were really dark. Monster eyes were glowy. It was really cool as well. Man, raw damage dual blades is just wild. Nice. The more you play older games, the better you can understand old gen players not liking the new ones. Yeah. I can understand why people don't necessarily like them. But I don't understand why people are annoying as they are, right? Basically. Shit. I think he goes down to 2, but I can't recall. You'd enjoy the older games if you started with them instead of with 5th gen, then going backwards. It's a good question. Sure, not if you played them in 2023 though, yeah. Yeah, that's what I would say as well. If you played them in year-appropriate time settings. But if you played them in modern day, no. To force yourself to get accustomed to GE, yeah. The thing is, since you're accustomed to GU, You think Jaggy is bugged? Is the dude AFK, Chisel, that you're fighting with? He didn't limp until now? No, he's not then. Jeez. But yeah, if you forced yourself to like GU, like one of the old games, you'll probably enjoy most of them, right? Because you've got over the hurdle of dealing with segmented areas, the lack of quality of life with the weapon stuff, weapon upgrade tree not being in existence, all of those bits. Are you doing a high rank Jag? I was so confused. My quest is taking. Is this guy using high rank equipment? Random passed out. Wait, sorry? You failed the quest? For you is also 3DS. Lugia, yes. Yeah. Took all the healing, passed out 3 times. Wow. Only 3DS. There's no other way to play for you. Yeah, first to second gen are like old Monster Hunter. That's why I try and refer to them as like old Monster Hunter, mid Monster Hunter, and new Monster Hunter. Someone can answer this. This would be neat. How is 3U Longsword compared to Rise with the exception of wirebugs? A lot less. It's basically not even the same weapon. It doesn't have the counter. The counter doesn't exist until World, Lugia. Sure, Chisel. Are you fine with me using the weapons that I'm using here? They're kind of end low rank weapons. If that's okay. Or would you like for me to switch to all the way down to starter gear? It was just the easiest stuff I could build that had okay sharpness. Because I can just build like the base weapons. So I should try all the weapons out. You know, longsword doesn't have any counters. The only weapon that's got like a counter, in a way, is wait, is he not in here? Is Lance. Go back for you, Falco. Sure thing. Hopefully we'll get to it. Well, we'll definitely get to it today. That's not the issue. It's the matter of what game we're playing when we do get to it. Man, 4U and GU are going to be kind of a nightmare later, honestly. gonna be playing exclusively fucking Charge Blade and nothing else. Which in GU is not a good thing. GU Charge Blade's neat. I don't like it. Hey! Adged 48, thanks for follow. Sorry if I said that wrong. Welcome. It's good to have you here. Welcome, welcome. I hope you enjoy the day of hunting across the 3rd and 4th gen. GU Charge Blade is neat. Maybe it should be called something else. The Charge Blade. Yeah. I just don't like it. Personally, it's not my weapon. In that game. I like it in 4U. Except I don't like playing it in 4U, because in 4U it feels like I just win, right? I barely have to play the game with that weapon in 4U, and I just get a win. Which is the issue. It's way too strong. How dare you? What, speak the truth? Pretty easily. If Monster Hunter 4 Charge Blade is 2nd gen Hunting Horn, then 4U and onwards Charge Blade is 3rd until World Hunting Horn, and GU Charge Blade is Rise Hunting Horn. What the fuck does that even say, Koro? Jesus Christ. The scary thing is, I think I vaguely understand. Compare it to more understandable how the weapon mechanics change. Yeah. You just... It's not a good way to phrase it. Even though I get what you mean. Basically, Charge Blade in Monster Hunter 4 is the equivalent to a 2nd gen moveset. Charge Blade after Monster Hunter 4, so Monster Hunter 4U, and Monster Hunter World, Monster Hunter Rise, is equivalent to like a normal 4th gen moveset, and specifically GU's Charge Blade is like the difference between Hunting Horn pre-Rise and Hunting Horn in Rise. It's just a completely different weapon. It's not even remotely the same. is what that means, but it's horrible to read. It's just atrocious to read. I mean, you could just post away here, by the way, Chisel, if that's not apparent. Because I obviously don't really need anything. I'm gonna switch to Lance. There we go. Bum, bum, bum. Yep, that's right. Cool. Hey, I'm traveling. Okay, cool. I want to check this. 1, 2, 3. It's Great Jaggy, but in the other locale. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 of the 36 requests are charge blade. A weapon which I can only play in 3 of the, like, 8 Monster Hunter games that we have played over the weekend. It's 1/3 of the requests. His charge blade name literally translates to energy. Jesus. Charge blade use is fair. I mean, I literally can't even play it. That's the issue. Think you've discovered the secret to re-enjoyment of Rise? Please do share, since I'm going to be playing it next weekend, Summers. Fuck off. You two are annoying the hell out of me. Jagia? Just don't do the anomaly grind. I mean, I never did in the first place, so... Oh, sorry. Low Steam and low rank quests. I don't find that fun. Beating the crap out of a monster in like 10 seconds. That's not enjoyable for me. I get it is for some people, but not for me. Completing the quests you haven't yet. Oh yeah, I do them as I go along, so... Rise and Sunbreak are still fucked, right? In the sense that you don't build up your rank as you play through them. They're still just atrociously wrong in that regard, if I recall. Thank you, Comrade. Probably or maybe not, I don't know. Why did you even say anything? What do you mean? In Sunbreak, Hunter rank points do not accumulate before you finish the story. And I think the same is true of base Rise as well. Until you've killed Nawa, Hunter rank points do not accumulate. For some ungodly reason. That only Capcom knows. Literally happens in every other Monster Hunter game. Other than Rise. Since Hunter rank points were introduced. Possible team changing more shit for no reason, just because they can. Just another one of those reasons where I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this? Because it kind of means I want to, like, I don't know what to do, right? When I play through that game, I don't know what to do. What to do with what? Progression. Because normally I complete every quest in a tier before I move on to the next one. Right? Just grind or say fuck it. HO7 needs to steal the key quest till now. Yeah, maybe. The big issue isn't with high rank, to be fair. I'm not that worried about high rank, because I'm going to have to farm a lot of high rank stuff anyway to, like, max out my weapons, get some decorations. I'm going to have to build a shit ton of decorations, right? Just because that's how that works in Rise. So that bit I'm not too worried about. It's in G rank. There's so many hub quests there's so many quests in G rank. And if I complete them as I go through, my rank is going to be, like, minimum. I'm going to have no rank whatsoever when we finish the game. Which means I'm not going to be able to complete all the quests. Because I've got to do the Risen monsters. Because they are on the normal quest list, right? They're Hunter rank capped, but they're on the normal quest list. Maybe I don't have to worry about it. I suppose it depends how much I might farm, like, endgame armor for each weapon. So it might not be something that matters. We'll see. We'll see when we get there. I'm not doing the anomalies, though. The anomaly quest isn't an issue. I'm just not doing them. I will do them the bare minimum number of times I need to in order to max out all of my weapons, and then I won't touch them again. Grind those can give you mastery points. It's true. How many weapons do you intend to build? 5 dual blades. I know it's going to be a lot. I know it's going to be a lot. 5 dual blades, 5 sword and shield, probably 1 of each of the rest. Same as I normally do. Oh, 5 insect glaive as well, actually. Insect glaive also gets 5. Don't ask me, Hedgie, I don't read. Might just be a thing in, like, the last tier, right? When I'm getting close to the end of the game. Do all of the stuff to start ranking up right near the end. Once I've done, say, like, Malzeno, just rush towards the end of the game, complete Geisma, and then go back and do all the quests in those, like, last 2 stars. Seems about right. That's the book title. It's also the stream title, apparently. Oh, come on, stop. Freaking 1 hit away from death, tiny little bugger. Yeah, with how many weapons I'm gonna upgrade, you got a good point, Comro. Just getting the basic level anomaly materials to get those into their final upgrade states will probably be enough to max out my rank. just the sheer amount of grind that exists in post-game Sunbreak. That's not an issue then. Cool. That's nice. Was kind of worried. There's no need to be. Interesting. Local sneak Bigfoots. What the hell does that mean? Oh, just the actual urban legend? Okay. Big hairy naked man in the woods. That one. Right. Woodlands. Whoops. Seems interesting as a premise, I guess. Seems kind of wild, to be honest. Pretty wild premise. Not only does a volcano isolate a city, is it set in modern day? We have flying vehicles. But also Bigfoot's there. Pluralized Bigfoot is there. And is hungry, apparently. Interesting. Poor child. What? You been on this? Oh, it's the same quest, except less monsters. I assume we're getting you draggy armor? Yeah, it looks like it. That looks like what's going on here. Digging got chased by enemies only to get gunned down by the sentry gun. Right lung got fully destroyed at the age of 7. Ow? Why were they digging? Human harvest? Child labor is not okay. Your 7-year-old should not be mining for components. For the greater good. Oh no! That's why you don't live in that settlement. At least he lives on. Fucking traumatized for the rest of his life about ever going outside again. Put him to work at the mines at the age of 7, and his lung got shattered by a sentry gun. After being chased by people that probably wanted to put him in slave labor or something. Poor kid. Is never gonna recover. Oh, God. Oh. Poor kid. Oh my God. Well, remind me to never live anywhere near one of your RimWorld settlements, because it sounds fucking horrifying. Oh, there we go. There's the last 2. Nice, easy quest. Human Harvest is making children work in mines in RimWorld, Lugia. Ow. Ow. It doesn't have to be. Human Harvest. You made that decision. Oh, they just run out there, huh? Immediately after Chisel. It's so wild to see this map with, like, proper mining points. Instead of the little, like, mining nodes that you get in the newer games. It's crazy. It is your fault that the kid's out there, though. Look, you're not weaseling your way out of this one. See, you're bad. Oh, God, my back. Ugh. It's kind of weird doing, like, low sort of like early quests, low rank early quests on a character that's already completed. I don't know if I've ever done this before, other than to farm like the occasional specific material. It's really just abnormal. Makes it very chill and easy though. Just absolutely slaughter everything. Oh, man, I want to play my board game. It's on their table, I think. It's not set up yet properly, but it's on the table. It's calling to me, it is. I said to Teeny this morning, I was like, what if... what if you just didn't go to work and I just didn't stream and we played it all day? Neither of us can do that. Unfortunately. It's so shiny though. I can't wait till the second lot of boxes get here. And then I get the big old statue. That's the good stuff, honestly. That seems hyper-specific. Also, my PC, Lugia. I would be too busy crying to play the board game. The internet covering my area, that's okay. That can be fixed. But also, we decided that can't happen for one like really specific reason, Lugia. Because when we're playing the board game, we're gonna play the music track of the monster, like what would be relevant to what monster you're actually fighting from World. Because of course we have to. Now he will not do anything except rearming the sentry guns. Oh, so much safer. Let the child handle fucking armed weaponry. Christ, dude. Have you ever played Frostpunk, Human Harvest? Junior was in 2 hours. Correct, Lugia. Had much of it? Okay. You gonna go nap for 2 hours? It's good to see you, by the way, Sagado. Welcome. Pleasure to have you here. Hope you're doing well. You can be an ass or arsehole. I mean, you can get child labor in that game as well. Gives you an idea how long you can adjust your suit. Oh, okay. Fair enough. You're just fiddling with the suit all day long. I don't want to miss a single precious multi-hunt for the Unity points. You say that, but you've done it many times. Due to over-napping at this point. So I don't know if I believe you, Lugia. Boink. It's not fitting perfectly? Ah, okay. Good reasons, that's fine. Napping is a good reason. I've just gone straight back. I don't know where it goes from here. It does not go back. Maybe it's in area 2. Could also be in area 6, to be honest. Yeah. Tis. It really bothers me that that chat is highlighted like that. Stop. Just glowing blue in the left corner. It doesn't look right. It's about to come in there anyway, Chisel. Mental reset. I wish I could nap, man. As much as you do. That seems pretty good. Just like a nice time. Do too much stuff. What, Comro? Hmm? Sex toys? In what, instead of actual cat toys, you read actual sex toys? I think that's a kind of normal headline at that point. Local cats prefer to brutalize paracord and other ropes instead of actual sex toys. That's a weird headline. 4 children begging for money to buy back a friend. How could you say no? You are employing children in labor. Of course you can say no. You're fucking heartless. I'm back over 100, honey. Fuck profit. Please stop being painful. It's uncomfortable and I don't want to be uncomfortable. What have we got next? That was 2 gun lances. That child is called Cole? Please don't tell me the child is called Cole. The child you sent to work in the mines is called Cole? Oh my god. Ugh. Ugh. Someone get the Empire to arrest this individual. Name him, it was the game. No, but you made it work in the goddamn mines. You made that choice. Probably did a fucking wonder that he got his lung shot out, because he probably had miner's lung anyway. Poor kid. Oh, it's Ludra. Cool. The place where his affinities lie. Some nominative determinism stuff right there. That's so bad. Oh, RimWorld. Oh, RimWorld. I can't remember. I think this thing starts in Area 4, if I remember correctly. But I am not sure. Write a book about his heroic deeds and his fascination for mining. You better not be telling me that that kid could have done artwork this entire time when you say that. You put him in the Mayans? His backstory is like enslaved. Name taken away, called Cole. Freed, traded as a slave to another colony. And then made to continue mining. You have a mod with writing books? Is it the same as like, does it use the art skill? Basically? Or does it use, like, intelligence instead? The research skill? Because either would make sense to me. I got some good head hits on this thing, honestly. I fought too much Royal Ludroth lately, apparently. There we go, KO. Easy peasy. No worries. Too much Royal Ludroth? Yeah, I've been fighting a lot of I'm in the stuff, right? And speedruns. Assortment words doesn't make sense out of context. Does anything that goes on here make sense out of context? Isn't that just the norm for this channel? Just kind of how it works. I don't know what you want me to tell you. Oof, close. Gotta remember, I can still take actual damage. Because I don't have much defense. Bonk. And go. Enough Royal Ludroth exists? Yeah. Like, a few hunts is good enough. That's obviously false. Nah. It's enough Royal Ludroth. It's when you've reached the point where you're like, that's enough for now. I don't want to fight this thing anymore. I would say it's perfectly reasonable as a statement. Especially since this Royal Ludroth is inferior Royal Ludroth. Which doesn't go underwater. It's a Leviathan that doesn't swim. Bonk. And bonk bonk. There's another one. Hell yeah. Second KO. I'm almost struggling to hit his vein. I'm just hitting his head so much. Nice one. Yes, Stupid Ivis? Why can a child work in the mine but not do any research until the age of 13? I don't know. Why can't they just live a happy life? How about that question, Human Harvest? So that's the enemies. At this point, I think your enemies are trying to free the children. You could also say the better Ludroth. No, we're not playing for you. Better Ludroth's in for you. Hipsters would say... Hipsters? Hipsters wouldn't say Rise of Ludroth. Hipsters would just say something like, play Monster Hunter Dose. Why fight Ludroth when you could be playing Monster Hunter Dose or something like that? In Japanese. Don't use that new English patch that came out. Fuck that. It's not the true experience or something like that. Federation people who basically torture their citizens, conduct inhuman experiments on them in order to free the children. How many fucking mods have you got on, dude? rims and all? To be honest, I read something entirely different first. Oh yeah, of course. You and Ein are the ones. I always forget. It's you and Ein. It's not just Ein. Still so many mods that you can't even play the base game anymore. True. Just having one is harmless. I think, to be fair, even I play RimWorld with like, I think 2 or 3 mods. I can't remember how many it is, but I have a few. But all of them do such a small amount of stuff. And it's all just quality of life as well. So you have dwarfs and xenohumans? You didn't? I still don't even know what xenohumans are. That's something to do with the new DLCs, right? I still haven't played it. I don't own it, to be fair. I don't even have it installed. Yeah, I have royalty, but I don't have ideology or biotech, so sure thing, Chisel. Biotech's the one that comes with the xenohumans, right? The only time I really play RimWorld at this point is if I'm going to play the multiplayer mod with my partner. So it's been a little bit since I last played it. I don't think either of those expansions were out at that point. Not sure though. Should I... If Chisel's going to have a bowl of cereal, I might just do a proper hunt for a moment here. Switch back to the main set. Just do a quick little hunt in G. Chisel eats. Question is, what do I want to do? It's a lot of options. I could do a Tiggy, maybe. Could even maybe do a Brute Tiggy. Proper hunt? Yeah, a bigger monster, right? Instead of small monster hunts and stuff. It's more what I mean. I'll do a brute, I think. Brute Tiggy's fun. God. I think he's in this one. No? He's not in 1 star. There's no way Tiggy's in 1 star. There's Tiggy and Brute Tiggy. Here we go. Hunt the Black Tigrex, sorry. He's called in this game. I'm surprised dwarfs aren't one of the, like, base xeno-humans. Even though it's... Honestly? I don't know where he spawns. Oh god, sorry. The 12 hours catching up with me. Oh. There we go. He spotted me and then just started walking away. Hello? What is he doing? Toxic and illness immunity? That's cool. Ticky's not impressed. Yeah, apparently not. Ugly as fuck and needs psychite to live. Oh. Needs psychite to live? Do they get high from it? Or are they just body dependent? No? Okay. Do they need food? Just a translation patch before we get even localized names? Yeah. We kind of skipped the rest of the third gen, only came back and forth. Was it in 4? Or was it only in 4U? They do need food as well. Okay, cool. You can't have an entire Cottonlee running off bait, like just Psychite then. Since they do also need to eat. We're at all 3 already. Yeah, in high rank village, right? High rank hub, sorry. I knew it had Molten, I just couldn't remember if it had Brutes. The negative traits. Cool. Fair enough. That's not gonna happen, Comro. I still don't know if I'm even gonna play Try. To be honest, when it gets translated later this year and becomes available. Not translated, sorry, when the servers go back online. Yeah, when it gets translated from English to English, I'll give it a shot. I don't know if I want to even play Try when the servers come back online. Everything I've heard about the multiplayer seems kind of just not fun. I made servers made public, yeah, which is apparently soon. A little bit, a week or two. I don't see why though. Chillin' Loglac. I mean, the thing is, like, Loglac is not gonna do anything for me, right? I haven't been there. It's not gonna be like this grand, like, oh, Loglac and memories and stuff. I'm just gonna be like, okay. I prefer Port Tanzia because it's the one I know. It'd be cool to explore it, I guess, for the first time, but that'll be it. Let's go with alert, Cobra. It's hard to know with 3rd gen. We'll see. It seems real grindy. Everyone seems miserable whenever they talk about Tri. Like, oh, all I remember of Tri is the Alatreon grind. I'm like, okay. How hard it was to get into G rank with Shenmuran, high rank, sorry. And a bing. And gone. Oh, you went all the way down there, huh? I guess he got hungry? Because hammer? Pretty sure that's the eating area. He's right next to base camp, essentially. Just make me wander a long old way, eh? Thanks, buddy. Freshly strengthened, got coffee ready. Nice. See the Tigrex in a free you environment feels so weird. I know, right? Hey, Indiango. Welcome. It just looks wrong. I do really like this volcano map, though. I don't know why, I just really do. Just a good map. Bro. I think 3rd gen just had good maps, to be fair. I think I kind of like all of them. Well, the Tri and the free U maps for me. Since Flooded Forest being not flooded and Moogle Woods without water just looks weird. Flew to the side, went down again. Just doesn't want to be in the lava, I'll take it. You mean better? No, I don't. I don't know. That was actually one of my big things that I liked about 3rd gen, like retroactively, when I was playing through it again, is that it didn't have a lot of the same monsters in it. It feels fresh, right? Not having Tiggy, not having... kind of like most of the same monsters other than Raffi and Rathalos. Like World? Yeah. Until Iceborne came around, World had a whole bunch of new monsters and it was just really cool. Because of that. Or monsters in new locations also feel like fresh air in a sense? Yeah, a little bit. Iceborne still has new monsters, right? Iceborne mostly has returning monsters. I could, like... The only new monster in Iceborne before title updates is Velkhana, isn't it? Shara? Velkhana? And then subspecies to the monsters that were in base Iceborne? Base world, sorry. Has a few, but I feel like the focus on Iceborne isn't necessarily on the new ones, it's on the returning ones. If that makes sense. Don't like about the new gens, the overuse of the Kushala skeleton. More variety, especially in endgame. Is Kushala's skeleton overused? I mean, they use it for Kushala. Is Velkhana used for Kushala's skeleton? I don't know. I don't know if Malzeno does either. They could do, I suppose. Charlatio, Luna, Velkhana, basically all elders and final boss. I wouldn't say that Velkhana and Tio had Kushala's skeleton. I think they're very differently. Thank you, Crone. I will attempt to remember that, but I'm sure it will leave my brain. Thank you very much. All the four-legged dragons are basically the same. I mean, at that point, like, just remove Elder Dragons. Because they're always four-legged. Many of the elders use the same base. I mean, how do you change that, though? Because that's kind of the point, right? That's what makes them different to wyverns, is they have 4 legs and wings. That's what makes them a dragon. I mean, you'd like more Elder Dragon class endgame monsters that are different, like insects and snakes and stuff. Yeah, I'm with ya, but I also feel like, at the same time, how the fuck do you make that happen? Right? Because you've got to make the monster enough of a threat that it's clear why it is on the same level of the Elder Dragons without cheapening what an Elder Dragon is. And since we've already had Atul-Kar and we've already had the Lamada, we know the level that the creatures need to be at. Atul-Kar makes a literal mech. Dalamadur is meant to be long enough to crush the world. You gotta make stuff that's, like, as imposing as they are. I think that's an easier thing to say than it is to do. Like, you can't just make monsters on the same tier as elders without cheapening what an elder is and how strong they're meant to be, right? Look at Raging Brachydios. They had to give him 2 phases before he even felt like it. Or BS damage. I do get what you mean, but I also just think, like, you can't do it without it being really difficult. It's really easy to just make another Elder Dragon, right? You've got Naba and Ibushi and Rise as well. Amatsu. In Portable Third. We've got Deviljho, we got Rajang. There's a good amount of variety. None of them are new, to be fair, but the longer the franchise goes on, the harder it gets to make up new monsters as well. Colony of tiny bugs making up a single monster like a bunch of nanites. That just doesn't fit Monster Hunter's logic, I don't think, Vumgler. Welcome. Of being somewhat realistic. True to its own world's level of realism. I couldn't see that making sense. It's a little tiring for you. Yeah, I get what you mean. I think the bigger issue, Chisel, isn't necessarily, at least from my own personal point, right? The issue isn't necessarily that we're seeing the same Elder Dragon skeletons over and over again. The issue is Kushala, Chameleos, and Teostra are in every game. So it makes that skeleton as the endgame feel like overused constantly. You've always got those same 3 dragons there, basically. I don't know how it was for you, but I really enjoyed Valhazak, not Black Veil, but normal Valhazak. I enjoyed Velkhana. I enjoyed Malzeno, but those guys probably would have been better if the base 2 weren't there as well. Kushala and Teostra in the other game and the 3 in. Just too similar to you. I mean, at this point, it's going to be impossible for that not to happen. Because at this point, you're asking them to come up with a completely new monster skeleton. If you don't want it to be similar. Roguebugs are really smart. Yeah, the game's logic, though, Vumgler. The game's level of realism, right? I don't speak for them, so I don't know, but I don't know if we'd see, like, a swarm of tiny bugs. That's what you want, new skeletons. It's so hard to make a new skeleton, though. Right? I would love it as well. I would very much approve, but... You're asking for the moon there. I think, unfortunately. I hope we get it. No. I hope we get it. You think about it, elders with different bases are very much there? Yeah, of course they are. Tio and Kush have different base. We've obviously got the floaty boys. The floaty trio now. This is Falco's dual blades from an hour ago. We'll go back up to the top of the list. Don't know what we're fighting. Oh, we'll be playing with chisels, so I should equip these. And also change my armor. Might put just one bit of my Lagombi armor on. So don't care about the skills, I just need a little bit more defense now. At this point, whoops. Into online, please. Can't even think of a single skeleton. I'm trying to come up with one. Talent, Snake, the list goes on. I think Ant is good, yeah. The problem with Snake is I don't think you can do it. As a late game monster. Because you've already set the... You've already set the expectation with Delamidor, right? Late game Snake is Delamidor. It's already kind of set in people's minds. They could try it. I'd like to see them try it, but I think it would be very hard to do. Honestly, what would be a massive help? I know you're not going to like this, Chisel, but if we pull some from some of the underwater creatures in real life, right? Even if they're on land. So many underwater creatures have so much potential. Squid, octopus. Why shouldn't you like that? Because if they're underwater creatures, it probably means they're coming with underwater combat. Because it's very hard to take an underwater creature and put it into land, right? So if that happens, it's probably because underwater has come back. And to say you're not a fan would be completely fair, I feel. Underwater Turf Wars could be so good, yeah. I love the idea of variable Turf Wars. Where, depending, for like Baroth and stuff, to use Baroth Duratanos as an example, right? Barroth has the advantage on land. If they're in the swampy area, Giratodos is able to pull it to a draw. But if they were in like an underwater or like way more of a watery type swamp area, Giratodos would win. I kind of like that potential dichotomy that comes from... It's not dichotomy because there's a trichotomy, I suppose. That kind of area that can come into it from underwater as well. Could definitely see Laggy getting its butt kicked by some monsters that definitely shouldn't be able to beat it on land, right? But if it's underwater and they're on land, he just kicks their ass. Let's do a ton of cool complex stuff, like making Moldy. Yeah, I know. But the thing is, like, Monster Hunter logic's weird, right? Because we're going off of the game's logic and also real-world logic at the same time. It's not impossible, but they put, like, an ant-like monster in there. But I don't feel like a swarm-type monster would necessarily fit Monster Hunter very well. It could do. I don't know how you'd run it. It's like, how do you determine when it's dead? Do you have to kill all of the swarm? You just have to kill enough of them that they can't make a reasonable shape anymore? How do you carve it? Where do you get the resources from? Does it have a base that the swarm goes around? What I think could work is like an alpha, like a queen ant type thing that uses lots of small ants to attack. That makes sense to me. But like a single writhing swarm of tons of small monsters, I don't think works. That one I don't think we can necessarily get away with, right? Yeah, see, that Vumbler I'm on board for. Fending off monsters with huge-ass weapons, logic isn't much of an issue. It is, though, because the game has its own logic, right? Just because our logic can't apply it doesn't mean the game's logic can't apply to itself. No, you shouldn't, Hedgie. Canonically has psychic powers? What? Do you mean because of Rise? Psycho Serum? Just find a bloat monster and load it up with tons of drugs. That would be kind of funny, actually. Monster's just high off its fucking tits. It's got no idea what's going on. But the clouds are angry and it needs to fix it. Making a Kadaki type, maybe 7 to 8 bugs, breaking a bug, make it lose power moveset. I mean, yeah, as long as there's a base monster. I just don't think you could have like a monster exclusively made of a swarm with no overmind to it, basically, right? We should have nothing to fight. It would feel very unrewarding, I think. At least it would to me, personally. Psychic armor skill. I suppose. I do think that is maybe another one of those things, though, where it's like... Monster Hunter is kind of rooted in nature, and to an extent, right? It has its own rules for what nature is, but it is still kind of rooted in our nature. There isn't necessarily any bugs that have psychic powers in our world. So it could make its own logic with them. But I think that would be very hard to... do. Definitely possible, though. Personally, I would prefer if Monster Hunter didn't go down that line. Because I think that's getting a little bit to the point where it's... becoming a bit magical. Because it's not something we can explain, right? It would feel more magical. Anyway. Although, to be fair, that's somewhere Rise has kind of already gone, so hey. Squarepeckers are leaving a lot. It's annoying. Let's have to see what they do, I guess. The monster you're thinking of, though, Chisel, is Great Macau. No, not Macau, sorry. What's it called? Oh, shit. Azuchi. If you mean the pack creature where it attacks with, like, 2 other things at the same time. And also Rachna Kadaki does it. With the spiders, slinging the spiders out and they do attacks. World has its own tale of the 5. That's a fairy tale though, right? Having a fairy tale is different to having magic. We have fairy tales in our world, but we don't have any magic. You muggles just don't know. Yeah, you can come up with 1,000,001 reasons why it could happen. The question isn't necessarily why. It's should it, is what I'm posing. Bobgler. It's really easy to just be like, there's a monster that's a giant floating brain now, right? But does it make sense in Monster Hunter logic? Without cheapening the rest of the world? Because otherwise you could just be like, every single event could just be explained by like, Azora Magdarosta died there and shit went weird. And it kind of cheapens the lore. Not that they really care about the lore. Not that I really care about the lore, but you get what I mean. Hopefully. Seeing Third Side again is nostalgic, even though you played it like a month ago. Fair enough. Thinking too hard about logic became a floating brain. For me, I was actually thinking about Terraria. Vomgler. I was thinking Brain of Cthulhu from Terraria, basically. Very mind-powery, right? It's where my brain went immediately, because I've played it recently. Still going there? Yep, still going for another 9 hours. 9 ball. Although we've only got another 40... Yeah, 50 minutes, sorry. Probably closer to 40. Of possible third before we move on to GU. There's whatever currently. I understand that, Eugene. Especially if you played it a month ago. Thank you, though. I will. I will have fun. Multiple third's alright. It's a decent game. Shuts down. Hammer. From Mace. Oh, I went into the offline hall. Hey, Baines. Welcome. Good to see ya. Good to have ya. Hope all be well with you today. Your first one. Some sympathy just by existing, yeah. Yeah, I get you. I don't like this hub. The plans of playing or starting over a new Monster Hunter in the near future, Mr. Streamer? Yes. There are. Next week. On Saturday, I will be starting Rise. From the beginning, again. On PC. So, trying all the weapons. All the melee weapons. Maybe trying Hunting Horn, I don't know. To be honest. Completing all of the normal quests is the plan. Cold. That's what I'm going to intend to do. Other than that, I am undecided. On Try still. Don't know if I'm going to bother playing Try. To be completely honest. I need to finish Freedom Unite. Still need to finish GU. Need to finish, quote unquote, finish Frontier. To my own personal thing, right? And then we're going on to challenge runs for all the Monster Hunter games. So I'll be playing through them again, but not normally. But that won't be new, near future. That's going to be a while before I get to that. All evil? I see we're playing Rise then, Eugene. If we're slaying evil. I think that's the only game that's ever used that term. That evil is breakfast. Tasty. Yeah, Rise is the only game I intend to start soon. Start over on. Unless out of nowhere tomorrow they're like, hey, Monster Hunter Online works. I unfortunately don't think that's going to happen, but if it does, I'll be playing it. I'll be there. Monster Hunter Online, instantly. Jokes aside, you're in with Rise, 100%. There you go, then. As long as you got it on PC. That's next week. Although I will be in low rank. It's just, you know, low rank. Why so interested in MHO? Because it's the only Monster Hunter game I haven't played at this point. Basically. Played Monster Hunter 1, which means I've basically played Monster Hunter 1, Freedom 1. Because they're the same base game, right? There's some differences, obviously, but... Haven't played Monster Hunter Dose, but don't intend to. I've played Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. And Freedom 2. I've played Frontier. I've played Try in my childhood. I've played Portable Third now. This is the stream last year. Played 3U. No point in playing Monster Hunter 4 when I've played 4U, as far as I'm concerned. I've played Generations and Generations Ultimate. Played all of the 5th gen in both of the expansion states, so the only game I haven't played really is Monster Hunter Online. If you're not including mobile games, which I personally don't. Still have your low rank armor, just for me, thanks. Get salt in the wound. What about playing Monster Hunter game? Only playing gun? You can use a gun on me before that will happen. Play Monster Hunter Online for like 3 to 4 hours? Oh yeah? Make hosts to play some mobile Monster Hunter? I mean, if they ever let me into the Monster Hunter Now demo, I'll play it. But, you know? I haven't been let in yet, so... I'm waiting. Sitting here just waiting for me chance. They can let me in any point. I'm signed up. I'm in the thingy. I'm in the beta access, whatever it's called. Monster Hunter Explorer doesn't exist anymore, right? So that's not an option. Whatever the other thing we play, Monster Hunter freaking... I accidentally set my title to the other day, Monster Hunter Dynamic Hunting. I don't think that exists anymore either. Whatever the hell that was called. Remember it being a grind everywhere with paid shop advertisements? They'll get rid of that, though, won't they? The paid shop stuff, if it gets remade, Chisel. Because they're not allowed to take any money for it, so all of that stuff would be removed. The grinds, that would still be in there. Probably. Is it Frontier levels of grind? Because they're both MMOs. I've done one. I could probably do the other one. One Kingsfield left for full armor. Nice. Nearly there. Haven't played enough to judge it. Fair enough. It just has some cool monsters in it that I haven't seen before. Or monsters that seem cool based on the minuscule amount I did see of them. I would like to see them properly, basically. I honestly have much less problem with grinding. If the thing that I have to, like, grind for is monster materials, because then I can actually have fun doing it, as opposed to, like, you know, not to sound like a broken record, but Monster Hunter 1, Monster Hunter Dose, where you kind of, like, grind honey and herb collection to have a chance of fighting a monster. Very immersive sim style. But not something I enjoy, right? Definitely if you want to be more immersed in it, that is probably a better gameplay experience. Oh, that's a real shame that I hit Chisel there, right as it got stunned. That was quick. Nice. Pretty good, I would say. Just want to see if people have said anything about Monster Hunter Now, actually. Doesn't really seem to be much when you Google it. It's interesting. "75 seconds for a fight." Interesting. Well, just have to find out. We wait for September until it comes out. It's gonna be interesting. I do wonder when they're gonna announce the next full game release at this point. I have a feeling that's gonna wait until after Rises. Not last title update, because that's already happened, but the definitely bonus update, which is might as well just be called Title Update 6. When that happens. Probably be then. Or somewhere after that point. Depends how close that is to event stuff, right? Yeah, when is E3? Is E3 happening this year? E3 2023 is cancelled. It's not happening at E3, Chisel. Gamescom? Did Capcom go to Gamescom? That's in August. So, doable, I suppose? Oh, you didn't get it? Damn it. I don't know if they normally go to the Gamescom. When is Tokyo Game Show? Correct, Sagando? That's in September, okay. I have a feeling they're probably not willing to wait until September. But who knows? Because that trailer will tell us a lot about what we were talking about earlier as well, with what monsters are like feasible to have, right, in the game. Sorry, Chisel. Will Chisel get launched? Yeah. I got a KO though, so it was worth it, right? Gives an equal amount of opportunity, definitely. The amount that was lost. Jesus, that was even quicker than the last one, I think. Oh. That's actually pretty cheap. 13 quid? To get a ticket to go into Tokyo Game Show? That's pretty good. Neat. It's in Japan though, so. By the way, how's the Monster Hunter World board game? We haven't played it. We haven't played it. Ah! We're gonna play it today. Oh no, go ahead, Baines. Go wild, man. I don't mind at all. You might want to mute me though, because I don't shut up. Do I recommend one specifically? If you're just gonna watch one, I would probably recommend the most recent longsword one. Because if you want to go for speed, longsword is your best weapon, probably, Baines. Like if you actually want to try and get the record and want to try and compete with the record, I think longsword is the option. So the 209, whatever it is, something like that. It's been a while. I can't remember. Speedrun PBs. I have a playlist and everything. 209.41, the laggy longsword one. I think I screwed some stuff up in that, but it's probably one of the cleaner runs I've done. In more recent times. I don't know if I explain myself while I go through it, but hey. You're smart enough, you could probably figure stuff out. Your reaction, don't worry. I can't remember if that's the one that I made. I think it was the Dual Blades that I made the catastrophic 2-minute long error in. Oh wait, was it this one? In leading the charge. Oh, was this just bad luck? And I had to go mining? Yeah. It was just bad luck and I had to go mining. No, that laggy percent one, that's the one, yeah. The longsword, 209. The only thing I needed for that run to be way quicker is just better luck. And some better execution as well. There was some kind of bad execution in there. Quad skills. Ow. How much defense do you have, Chisel? Can I just see that in this game? No, I can't. How much defense do you have? $61? Okay, so we're about the same. Voice. 135 attack. Oh, cool. So we're about the same attack as well. Nice. I'm only on 140, so... It's so nice how quick you can take stuff from the box in this game. No, feel free, Banes. Go wild. Go wild. Oh, this is a good test for me, actually. Does Chisel make it quicker, or do I make it quicker? It's about the same. So, running this way is quicker because you're closer to Barroth for laggy percent. Because he starts above ground. He doesn't start submerged. I don't have any evasion. Unless maybe taking the shortcut would be quickest? I don't know. Sorry. Damn. I tried to be greedy, but didn't work. You got up to 140 attack really quickly, huh? There's the ridge. Happy days. We might get the elusive ridge plus tail cut in this quest, depending on if we manage to get him to KO enough times. Chisel might be able to get the tail. No, we're gonna play the Monster Hunter World board game tonight, Sagando. It is semi-set up on the table at the moment. It just needs the rest of the setup done. Which Teeny is going to be able to do before I finish streaming today. And then we're going to give it a go. I'm looking forward to it. I really like the idea of the way that the cards work. I don't quite know all the intricacies to it yet, right? But you have like a little board. Which has, I think, how many slots? 1, 2, maybe 5 or 6 slots on it, where you can put attacks down onto it. And it's essentially your stamina. And different attacks do different things, obviously. That's like, Noda 101 of how stuff works. And depending on what the monster does... So it's kind of heavily dependent around what the monster does, which is, you know, how Monster Hunter works as well. It will allow you to play a certain number of cards. So if the monster does a really big attack, you might be able to play 3 cards in one sort of turn. Which allows you to do something like with Sword and Shield. I had a look through the Sword and Shield cards just out of interest. You can do a back hop, which moves you a space away from the monster. To reposition yourself, but then you can also do a forward leap, which, if you have previously done a back hop, does more damage. In the same turn, like if you've done a back hop in the same turn as the jumping leap, or whatever the move was called. And then you draw damage cards, and the damage cards have numbers on them, like 1 through 3. 1 through 4, I think, technically. Dual Blades has... Every deck has 12 cards in it to begin with, I think, damage-wise. Dual Blades has 10 1s and 2 2s. I think Greatsword has 1 3, like 5 2s, and then the rest are all 1s. Charge Blade, to my knowledge, is the only one with the 4 attack in it. And even its beginner weapon has that. But it's got 11 1s and 1 4. Something ridiculous. It just seems really interesting. Really looking forward to it. And there's like a whole tracking phase and stuff, and oh man. Oh, I want to play it so badly. The cool little minis. You just realized, when you hold your left analog stick back mid-combo and press triangle, you make the round slash? Oh, what, instead of the shield bash? I'm really, really excited. And it's gonna be even better. So much better. When we get the additional minis. Which is the thing we don't have yet. So it comes in 2 packages. Because I got the all-in pledge. So it comes in 2 packages. One had Ancient Forest, Wildspire Waste, and Kuliaku. The other one has the Hunter's Arsenal, which is the last 4 weapons, basically. So we don't have all 12 of the weapons. 12? There's 14 weapons. I don't know if there's 14 weapons or 12 weapons. Huh, interesting. It has more weapons. I think it might be all 14 of them. So I don't have that yet. And then I don't have the big boys. Nergigante, Teostra, and Kushala. The not-so-minis. So whenever that package arrives, I am going to be the big happy. I will have it all, finally. Finally, after all this time. Two whole years. I've been waiting for that. How much did you fund it for? £211. A lot of money. And then I also paid, I think, extra money to get Black Diablos and Azure Rathalos as well. Minis. Yeah, it's expensive, Chisel. But it's actually genuinely, like, such high quality. Like you saw yesterday how detailed the 3D prints of the monsters are and stuff. Hey Cheese, welcome. The third is indeed portable. Truly a wild time to be alive. The thing I do know right now is that I'm not doing good damage because I'm trying to hit the head for knockouts to get the tail cut for Chisel. Or so Tail can get the... So Tail can get the Chisel cut, yep. You got it, Brain. Whatever. I know what I mean. Sometimes that's all you need in life. Problem is with Sword and Shield you can't hit the tail enough, so it's not particularly consistent. I don't think that's iframeable. Or if it is, you have to be really precise. How you doing, Cheese? How's life treating you? This fine morning. It's actually a nice morning. Looking outside, weather-wise. It's not miserable in the UK. It's a first for everything. Oh. It was one hit. Ugh. Oh, pardon me. Oxygen just tried to kill me. Ow. Anyway, starting going to a fighting game event yesterday, which sucks. Aww. Ain't too bad today. That's good. That's a bummer. How dare you, Oxygen? Was an attempted assassination, honestly? Oh, God. Ugh. Pledge £150,000 goal. It got 3.44 million. Let's see if I can find information about the Hunter's Arsenal. Yeah, it comes with all the weapons, yeah. Cool. Light bow gun, longsword, gun, lance, hammer, lance, and hunting horn, which are the ones that aren't in the other boxes. Cool. Okie dokie. You know, I just went to the training school. I think that might be us done with Possible third for today. Because I am going to take a quick little break here just to chuck a little bit of food in my mouth and refill my drink and go to the loo and whatnot. So, that might be that. I'll go back into the hub just to do the wave. Got to. Have to. Can I maybe sponsor you and attack? No, I can do that. I can manage that. Holy Mother of Jesus, this fight. Are you doing Amatsu, Summers? It's real good. Give 5 chisel. There you go. Just gonna stand in front of this little board here, I think. Okay, that is Possible Third done for now. Thank you very much for joining. The stream will continue for another 8 hours, but we are going to move on over to GU. So the next 4 hours will be GU. Like I said, I'll be right back in about 10 minutes or so. I'm just going to close this, open that, do all the other stuff that I need to do. So yeah, I will be right back in just a moment. Thank you for the Hunts Chisel, and see you all in just a sec.